keep it light tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about when I got kidnapped as a kid. Easy guys into it. I got kidnapped when I was like 10. This guy like pulled up, he rolled down the window, he's like, I'll give you 20 bucks. We get in the car. I was like, hell yeah. So I got in the car, but the thing is like, he didn't do anything to me. You know, like he just kind of drove around for a while and then dropped me off. And, you know, I really think that's where my fear of rejection comes from originally. You know, it's a low blow to someone that young, their self-esteem, you know, that affects you. Because I was a sexy ass kid. You know, like I was a pedophile's type. You know, I really was. Like, and I was just like an easy target too. You know, like I would describe myself at that age as highly abductable. You know, just going up to strangers and be like, hi, my name's Noah, this is my address, what's your name? And they'd be like, oh, this kid's gonna be on the news like tomorrow. Like this kid is just banging to get molested. So he like picked me up, but it's like, I think he didn't do anything because he just felt sad. He was like, this kid just reeks of desperation. Like, I don't need this, he just dropped me off. So I went and I told my mom what happened, and she wasn't pleased. She was so mad she took the 20 bucks from me. I was like, hey, I earned that 20 bucks selling my 8-year-old ass on the street. Thank you very much. You know how many library fines I can pay off with that? Shit, about half of them. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I eat like a death row prisoner on suicide watch. Like I'm just at that age, you know. I'm at the age where like anything that isn't from skipped dishes is a healthy meal, like automatically, you know. I'll be like, oh, craft dinner with hot dogs that's a healthy breakfast, you know, like that's where I'm at as a person really. I'm basically just sort of getting away. It's like I'm in a video game and I just have like a health bar over my head, you know, and it doesn't matter, I just gotta keep that thing full. Just pizza, ice cream, doesn't matter, I'm just collecting health. Like it's all health going down for me. You know, that's why I'm afraid if like I go on a diet, I'll drop dead because I ran out of health. So, you know, it's like I gotta go to McDonald's on the way back from my jog, you know, just to like keep it. Like Corner shows up and he's like, yeah, I just didn't have enough Hot Pockets this week. He dropped dead and ran out of health. I don't know what to tell you. Speaking of health, I got a new doctor the other day, and he's kind of freaky. He's sort of like European and kind of existential. He's like a Bond villain or something. So like everything he says just sounds terrifying. Like even if it's good news, he'll be like, well, your blood work looks good for now. Anything could happen, the body is frail, life is an ephemeral beast. You're like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but just like coming out of there trying to like set my will up or something, you know. He's like the kind of doctor where you go in for a checkup and you leave like furiously looking up WebMD for answers or something, you know, like that's right. You just want like a fun doctor, you know, you want like a fun doctor with like a fun accent, you know, you just want like a good old Texas boy for your doctor, you know, where you're just like, well, your COVID test came back as liberal propaganda, so we're just gonna prescribe you some Xanax and you'll be fine. You're like, I'm gonna live forever. This is great, that's what you want. You just want like a dumb country yokel with an online degree, you know, just someone's gonna spill coffee on your biopsy results, you know, that's what, because like when I would die, I just want the obituary to just read like, died of unknown causes, and it's a picture of me smiling. Like I did it. Anybody here experiment with some gay stuff in college or anything like that? Let's just get into it. I mean, we got kidnapping. Why not? Man, I decided to experiment a little bit with some guys in college. I think the biggest thing I learned is that the world would really be a better place if every straight man just swallowed another man's cum once. Like, can we just, you know it's true. Like, there would be no more male privilege if they just got to taste their own medicine. You know, they just kind of got to just put in a blender, make them anything. You know, because that shit isn't good, guys. It's not. I found it out the hard way. Like, cum tastes like swallowing wet fire. You know what I mean? Like, it's hot, kind of. It's like taking a shot out of an old man's shoe. You know, like it's like bitter and it tastes like sadness. You know how you get all that sadness in the cum? You know, like you can just taste when their dad didn't go to their birthday party as a kid. You know, you just taste the sadness. You know. That's why now I'm just like super ambivalent about blowjobs. I'm just like, what's your end game here? Like, what do you want from me? You know, like, I'm on like an all pineapple diet right now because I'm insecure. That's where I'm at as a person. So, yeah, shout out to come. It's fun. I saw a poster the other day for a lost bird. You don't see a lot of lost birds out there. You see a lot of dogs and cats. Yeah, someone lost their bird, clearly. They're trying to raise awareness. You don't see a lot of lost birds out there. It's like reward $300. I'm just like, even if I find your bird, I have to physically like catch a bird. It's not. I'm gonna need more than $300. I'm gonna need like $1 million to catch that bird. I'm gonna have to hire a crack team and like fly a drone into it or something. I don't know, figure something out. It's like, you don't really lose your bird, dude. Birds don't get lost; they win their freedom from bondage. That's the thing about birds. Like at best, that bird had a human pet and it just got bored and was like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." This guy just sits on the couch and doesn't do tricks. I'm bored. Actually, speaking of birds, what I have a bone to pick with is bird watchers. Those fucking perverts. They literally use like mating calls to get the birds. They're just catfishing these poor birds who are just horny and want to fuck. And then they show up and it's just some nerd in binoculars. They're like, fuck's sake. Like imagine you're a bird and you just hear like horny singles in your area and you just come flying. And you get there and you're like, oh, such a fucking loser. How can you fall for this again? God, what the fuck are you doing with your life? That's why there's a lot of incels in the bird community actually because of this phenomenon. There's a lot of alienated young male birds out there. Just let that one simmer. I started getting to that age where I kind of want to settle down and like meet someone I love. What's that funny? Why is that funny? Obviously it's not her. But it's like I believe in the idea of the soulmate. It's just like I've been thinking about all these things. I've developed all these worries. Like, what if I meet my soulmate and she has the same name as my mom? And then I'm just like stuck making passionate love to Barbara for the rest of my life. Just kind of like, oh yeah, perhaps. Oh, you like that? It's like the ghost of Sigmund Freud just jerking off in the corner. Like that was a bit of a late developer, that one. Very Freudian concept, actually. But it's it's like your soulmate could be anything. It's like I'm worried I'll just be disappointed with mine. I just gotta go with it. Like I just learned the other day that girls can be named Noah too. So that's just a whole other thing I have to worry about now. Just fall in love with a girl named Noah. It just brings a new meaning to the term "go fuck yourself." Like literally. But it's like, you can meet your soulmate. She can be super racist. And then you're just stuck escorting her out of rap concerts for the rest of your career. So I'm like, why do we keep going to these? I don't know. Like, that's just thing. It's like I get nervous. Like, I just wish I could like find out who my soulmate is and start stalking her already. Just like figure it out, just so I can know. So I have this issue. I'm being haunted by a ghost at the moment. I know. It's scary. But I tell people like, yeah, I've been seeing someone, and they're always just like, congratulations. Like it doesn't conclude, You can't talk about being haunted with your buddies. You're just like, I'm seeing this woman at night, and they're like, nice. They're like, yeah, she's just sort of hanging over my bed, and her wet hair just kind of drips on my mouth, and then she smiles at me with her 1,000 teeth, and they're like, that's fucking hot. So I guess I just have to sleep with this ghost now. Like I guess to be fair, it's the first woman in my bed in a while, so like beggars can't be choosers. I just stuck with that joke. That was like okay. That joke went okay. I fucked it up a bit. Yeah, I was supposed to do a thing about my mind. So I got my first fist fight the other day, but it was with my best friend, so it doesn't really count. You know what I mean? It's kind of like losing your virginity to a prostitute or something. Like it doesn't really. You sort of don't know what you're doing at first, and it's awkward, and then after you feel like you have to apologize. It's like one of those. It doesn't. I didn't come out of that experience feeling like a man. Let's just say that. Actually, he's here today, and his girlfriend just rejected me. Basically, that hurts, man. That hurts. I don't know why that makes sense. It doesn't. So I was watching this movie about the Zodiac Killer. The other day, let's give it up for the Zodiac Killer. Shout out to the Zodiac Killer, man. No, seriously, because he was old school. He wrote letters to the cops, you know? And they have handwriting experts trying to figure it out. Like now they can't do that. You know, like when you have like a textpert to be like, we need you to match these WhatsApp messages with the serial killer's emoji patterns. Like he mainly communicates in gifs of Jim from The Office. Like how am I supposed to? I just imagine these like old school detectives are just like getting nostalgic about like their old serial killers. They're like, Zodiac, back then, those were the good old days. Now we just have all these ironic Gen Z serial killers on our hands. Just all these trolling people with murder. You know, what am I supposed to do with that? Is this like, what am I supposed to find clues in their TikTok dances or something? Like, I got nothing. I feel like I'm cruising through the set. And I'm gonna run out of shit to say, and it's gonna go downhill fast. Let's just keep trying. Speaking of violence, I was the latecomers. Probably didn't even know there was a comedy show, but now they're stuck paying $15. I'm just forced to. Speaking of violence, do you guys think James Bond has herpes?
Yes.
I feel, yeah, right? She gave it to him. Like, no. It's like, at this point, it's a statistical probability he's got to have something, right? You know, because like, he's not just like having sex a lot, he's always hooking up with like the girlfriends of the worst people in the world. You know? Like, he shows up at the bar, he sees this girl, he's like, hey, what's your story? And she's like, Jeffrey Epstein is my boyfriend's cousin. And he's like, shit, I know I'm raw dogging tonight, this shit, fuck yeah. Like, that's just happened. It's like an untapped potential for a Bond plot in a Bond movie, you know? He's just like stuck in a lair. Bond's like, what do you expect me to talk? And the villain's like, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to get chlamydia. You know, it's like, I just love to see at like the start of the movie, like all the 00s are gathered in headquarters and Q is like, okay, 005, you get this laser watch, and 006, you get this exploding pen. And James Bond's like, what do I get? And he's like, condoms, you fucking idiot. Like, what else do you think you're gonna get? Can't you have your dick falling off when you're in Serbia? Like, so yeah, I watched too many movies, clearly. Anyone here suicidal tonight? What, you think it's funny? No. Man, I had some bad days. I used to be suicidal. I'm better now, but boy do I miss it. I get nostalgic for being suicidal, you know, it's fun. It's amazing what giving up does for your self-esteem. You know, just like, you feel, you know, you like lost your job, doesn't matter, suicidal. We're good. You know? It's good, you know, the girl you had a crush on doesn't like you back, well maybe she'll change her mind at the funeral, you know? We're good, it's just all good, you know? I've never been happier than when I was suicidal. I really haven't, you know? But I get that most people don't see it that way, you know? So like, you probably don't want to see me on the scene if there's a jumper or something, you know? It's probably not gonna like go well. I just grab the microphone and I'd be like, don't do it, you have so much to die for. All your family and friends hate you, you're free. It's not gonna accomplish anything. So speaking of mental illness, I called one of those mental health hotlines, those like crisis hotlines, like a while back, and that was the most unhelpful shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Like I called them and I was like, I'm depressed, and they were like, well, do you have any friends? I was like, yeah, I have a ton of friends, that's why I'm talking to you, because I have a ton of friends. He's like, well, do you have a girlfriend? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, she's blowing me right now, actually, I gotta go, Like, do these questions ever work? Like, has anybody ever just like realized they're happy from friends and girlfriend? He's just like trying to come up with other people I can call, so he has better things to do. It's like if I ordered Little Caesars, they're just trying to give me phone numbers of better pizza places. Like, you think I want to be ordering Little Caesars right now, man? I'm desperate. I'm desperate here, okay? That's just the thing, man. It's like, you know, it's a bad sign when the guy in the crisis hotline is just like, I don't know. Like, you know, I feel like it's probably a sign you should kill yourself when he's like, man, I went through my 2 questions and I struck out. So you're on your own, bud. You're on your own. How am I doing for time? Like, good? Oh, 5 minutes? Oh, shit. Alright.
You can do as much time as you want.
Oh, that is more pressure. Because I'm out of jokes. Here's one for you. You ever get on like the weird side of YouTube and you don't know how you got there? You're just kind of like, yeah. This girl's answering in the affirmative to everything I suggest, which is disturbing. No, I was on the weird side of YouTube the other day and I saw this video and it was called the top 10 school shootings of all time. Which I was like, yeah, I didn't know you could rank those. Like, that's pretty. The weird thing was that the guy like took it really seriously. The guy who made the video, he was like the Siskel and Ebert of national tragedies or something. You know, like, he was like, Sandy Hook, I give it a 7 out of 10. Oh man, it was okay, but the special effects were amazing. Oh man, they look so real. Hey man, this is what this guy in this fake video that I made up said, so it's not my fault. But he was just like, man, Columbine, it's #1, it's OG, it's a classic, It's basically like the Citizen Kane school shootings. Clearly not a lot of people, Citizen Kane fans here. That joke kills back in like film school when I started doing comedy. Guys just don't appreciate the classics like the Columbine of movies anymore, I guess. All right, have I lost you yet, or what's your guy's name? What's your guy's name? Say both your names at the same time. I'm just vamping.
Logan.
You guys look like you had to think about it. Like, you're like, Logan, like, do I want to be telling this fucker my name? Like, right? Are you with your partner today, or is that cool? How long have you guys been together? Oh shit! Like, on the drive home, you're like, just fucking guys, ask questions. I don't fucking need this right now. Right on, I gave you 15 minutes to prepare, man. You could tell that I was going to run out of material. Oh, man. Alright, I'm getting late, so, okay, like 2.5? So, are you guys married? No. Do you have something you want to ask her, or? He told me he planned this before the show. Alright, I feel like I've embarrassed you enough, so I'll probably chill. That's my time, guys. I'm Noah Dimitrie. I hope you had a fun time. I'm gonna wait for Andrew next week. Because my stand is weird and I don't want to deal with it.